Hi, friends. Happy Ruby Tuesday. Welcome to the Cozy Cushion, the sacred space that I've created to talk about spiritual things. So, those of you that do not know me, I'm Natasha, an intuitive empath with psychic ability that likes to come here each and every Tuesday to talk about things that are important on my mind and sometimes my heart as well. So, today I wanted to pose a question to you. The question that I want to ask is, if you could change your life for the better, would you be willing to put in the work? It seems so simple and it seems so obvious. But what I've come to realize is so many people want change in their life. They want new things. They would like more love. They would like better connections and better friendships and maybe even a better vehicle. Yet they're reluctant to go out into the world and try to achieve it, which makes me very sad as a spiritual strength coach. I like to see people do well. I like people to make choices and move forward in their life. And I find it so devastating and sad when I see people stuck, when I see people stuck in their health, in their emotions, in their beliefs that no longer serve them. So I'm just going to propose an idea. It's kind of based on the law of attraction. And I am a firm believer that our thoughts can indeed become things. So, a good example I like to use here for this is people that talk about illness and you ask them how you're doing and they say, "Oh, I'm so tired. I'm just exhausted and I've had this cold for 6 weeks now and I'm just always sick this time of the year." Inadvertently, what that person has just done is they proclaimed all the things that they don't want, and they've drawn more of it to themselves. Do you see it sometimes in your own life with some people that you know, some people that we love? Oftentimes, when people talk to me about things in general, they usually have a problem, an environment of chaos or misalignments in their life. There's usually a struggle in some aspect of their life. And I really try to speak to them and you guys as though I'm a best friend and a mother figure. And I'm at that age now where I want to offer myself as even a grandmother figure in your life. Because we all need people to help us reframe events of our lives when we get stuck, when we don't see the good in things. The world, especially our spiritual world and our physical world, has always been and always will be composed of the good and the bad and the things that lie in between. And as a society, especially recently, I've noticed we've become very agitated, very unaware, very quick to uh, do things without little to no thought about consequences. And that can get concerning if we're all doing those things and we're not taking good care of ourselves and we're not making choices that move us in our own lives. We're going to talk a little bit once again about being self-reliant, self-responsible, taking our health, wellness, and happiness into our own lives and making it more serious and better for ourselves. After all, that's the only way we're ever going to improve, sorry. So many people that I see daily in life out there doing their thing are moving not with dignity, intuition, and grace. That's my personal life goal. That's how I would love to see myself move through the world, with grace and peace and awareness and consistent, imperfect action. I always do my best to try to move the needle in my life and to make things around me a little better than they were yesterday. Even myself. Every day when I get up in the morning, I nurture myself with the things that I need most. And it's different every day. And so many people just don't take the opportunity to do that in their own life. And they live lives that are really stressful, really chaotic. Sorry about my chair squeaks. And you don't have to live that way at all. It's a choice. You know, I understand that life is not easy. And I understand that technology, digital media, and everything is changing things so quickly for us. And I think if you're noticing some of the things that I am noticing, one of the things that I've noticed about thoughts becoming things is no matter how quickly we want to move through life, there's always going to be realistic setbacks that are going to put us where we really need to be in life. And a good example of this is not too long ago I was shopping, and I'm trying more recently than ever to be a very conscious consumer, because money can buy us things, but it can also we can also spend without thinking or having a plan. And I was doing a lot of that, and it wasn't serving me. I wasn't getting my needs met in a variety of ways. One of them was I wasn't happy. I wasn't happy because I was still living out of fear and out of a great perspective of social conditioning. So, for instance, one thing that I've noticed recently that I'm very happy about is self-checkouts. Our world's moving so quickly that there is a lot of theft and scams, and people are always figuring out new ways to survive. And I noticed some of the self-checkouts in our grocery stores, our Canadian Tires, our Walmarts are now closing down, because I think that the world and the universe has realized that we can't live without cashiers. They're a very vital part of being a consumer and visiting a store and having a good experience. More recently than not, I've also decided to be a conscious consumer and consciously consume from places that are spiritually aligned with bringing myself more happiness and joy. So I try to support local as often as possible. I visit my local farm stands, fruit markets, and so on and so forth. Even when I buy items that ordinarily I would buy at big box stores like Walmart, for instance, with soap, my skin recently has been changing as I get older. So my skin now requires a better quality soap. So I now purchase soap that's handmade by a soap maker, because that way I can assure what's going into my soap is love as the first ingredient, as well as duty of care. And it's one of the things that I think our world's changing so quickly that we forget that there's a human being that still needs the same reassurances. We need things to slow down. We need to breathe differently. We need to take care of ourselves during our flu season. And we've got to stop looking for these quick, faster fixes. There's a lot of life hacks of ways that we can help ourselves and benefit ourselves. But there's so many quick things that we are tempted to utilize that really don't bring us benefits long term. So coming back to my passion for exercise, wellness, and fitness, if we never start going for the walks, we never start drinking the water, and we never start limiting our caffeine intake, which is a new journey I'm on, and it's going incredibly clear and well. That was an unsuspecting symptom of taking my body, my health very seriously. I decided I would do more breath work because it was really improving my lung function, the function of my heart. It was bringing better oxygen to my body, clarity to my mind, and giving me more energy and physical strength. So when we look for quick fixes and we don't do the hard things that it actually takes to help our bodies get in better shape, to feel better, to help burn calories, and to lose weight, we need to do different things than we had been doing that got us in that circumstance in the first place. So sometimes we move through life only to realize when we've come so far that we need to take baby steps backwards to keep it simple and pure and kind to ourselves. We need to take it upon ourselves to turn off all the chatter, all the temptation, all the quick moving parts that are flying all around us, and remember that it feels good to be human. It feels good to be healthy, and it feels good to do the hard things, whatever that is. Our comfort zone, I've come to realize after I always said I wanted to work for myself and to have a home office so I could be home with my dogs every day. My dog just looked at me really cute, and I accomplished that. And I'm so grateful for that. I'm actually doing this broadcast from the comfort of my office here today, and my dogs are here, and that's great. But I also gained 40 pounds that my body doesn't need because I stopped moving as much as I used to. So sometimes that comfort zone of working from home in a home office with my dogs could easily translate into great comfort and good shows and good food. But I've realized how vital it is that I still want to be here in my office doing things that really make a difference in my family, my home, and my community. Those things, as I get older, become more and more important, and I really feel as though each one of us really does have this person inside of us that really wants to do better. And the actuality is we're all powerful beyond measure. Most of us don't move the needle in our life because we fear our strength. We fear becoming stronger and healthier. I know it sounds weird, but if you're reliant on the outside forces, getting our flu shots, making sure we do all these things outside of us to fix our health, it's not going to add up properly if we're not getting the sunshine, we're not walking on the earth to lower that inflammation, we're not drinking our water, and we're not having good conversations with people that matter to us. All those things are soul food, and they add up in our nervous system. And when we add good to our nervous system and we move, physical movement is medicine. Breath work is work. It's medicine for our body to move all that stuck energy. When our chakras are not moving properly, those wheels of energy within our minds, our throats, and our body, when we don't move outside of our comfort zone and we choose not to do the hard things, a lot of us are quickly realizing that life is getting harder and harder. Harder to move, harder to breathe, harder to be in public and to be around all the energy of today's world. And all it is, friends, is a matter of taking notice of what we put into our body. How we feed our mind, body, and soul is so vitally important, and how we talk to ourselves. So if you're not talking to yourself like I would talk to you, or your best friend in the whole world would talk to you, hopefully you have friends and people in your life that would talk gently to you, listen to what you have to say, and care with their heart. So friends, I just want to remind you, you don't have to live in a chaotic life. There are opportunities everywhere for everyone who wants to get up and act and move towards those opportunities, goals, and dreams. Unfortunately, friends, the moral of this story and this talk is opportunities don't come to our door and knock very often. And chances are, if they do, it's probably a promotion for a very short term. So I want to see you reaching for long-term goals that are going to really matter and move the needle into your life, whether they're with your health, your financial goals, or your spiritual life. I want you calm, cool, collected, and filled with grace, moving forward with confidence and happiness, because you deserve to be happy. You deserve to have ease and peace in your life. Sometimes we don't have those things because we're so wrapped up in the things that are going wrong. So my challenge, friends, for this week, I challenge you to no longer look at your life with all the things that are potentially going wrong, have been wrong, and will be wrong, and feel bad and are bad and hold you up. I don't want you to look at all that in your life anymore. I want you to get up tomorrow. It's going to be a brand new day. I want you to look at your life as if you get to do things. Like today, I get up and I get to go out to my barn and clean up all that chicken poop. I get to collect the eggs that my chickens laid for me. I got an opportunity to come in and work at my business I created in 2019 just before the pandemic started. Has it been a breezy 5 years, friends? Absolutely not. But I stuck with it. I stayed positive. I focused on the potential of my dreams coming true and what this company means to my family. And I don't think about what's gone wrong, because so many things have gone wrong. But if I focused on what went wrong, I could never pivot into what's going right and well. So I get to work in my business again this year. I get to enjoy that tonight is basketball tryout night. My son plays varsity basketball. Basketball season and fall for us is divine, and we get to participate in it. We're not going to talk about this being my son's last year, because then we're going to be talking about empty nesting, which is definitely moving out of our comfort zone. And it's going to be hard on me, friends. So I'm going to need you to tune in for the rest of this year and kind of follow along. Leave me your comments. Let me know your struggles. Let me know where you want to move the needle in your life and how I can help you. I will answer you. No cost to you. Just comment on the video below and we'll see what we can do together. I'm here. The Cozy Cushion is all about finding yourself, connecting with somebody that cares, and I'm that person. So I'm going to leave you today just the way I leave you each and every Tuesday, letting you know that I'm grateful and so thankful that you followed me and watched this video today. Nova Scotia, Canada, I'm from Nova Scotia, and Canada just celebrated our Thanksgiving. And we have a lot to be grateful for here in Canada, and it's not easy for any of us. That's what I also need you to know, is we're all going through challenging changes that are going too fast, and it's okay. There's a way to slow that down. We don't have to participate. We don't have to believe the narrative. We don't have to step into the chaos, and we don't have to push our canoe upstream. We just don't have to, friends. So I challenge you to look at your life from now on as to things that you get to do, because tomorrow is not guaranteed. And our comfort zone is a recipe for disaster. So let's step out of it. Let's make it a quest to get out of our comfort zone. I realized recently that my bad habits that I've had are just really shitty coping mechanisms. That's been a game changer. So now I get to experience what's on the other side of that and what I get to build from here in a positive direction. So as always, friends, you are loved by me. Please love yourself more. Give yourself grace. Give yourself time. Most importantly, start working on that vision. Stop thinking about what you want to do. Let's prepare ourselves to get moving, be in our sacred medicine, and get this party started. There's a life out there for you to live. Talk to you soon, and I will see you next week. Take care.